Welcome back to the KR Daily Transmission. I'm so happy to be here with you today. This week, we are showcasing our extraordinary certified Sophia Circle leaders who are co-leading our movement to activate humanity's sovereign divinity with the sacred text of the Sophia Code. Today, I am joined by Damiane McMillen, who's joining us live from Durango, Colorado. And welcome, Damiane. I'm so happy to be here with you for today's KR Daily Transmission.
I am so happy to be here with you, Kaia.
It was wonderful to get to be with you in person at the Austin Sovereign Spiritual Leadership Immersive.
Yes, it was an incredible experience and an up level that is still unfolding for me. Yeah, what an amazing get to. What a powerful place to get to land with you and the team and all of the individuals that came. Like a highlight of my life for sure.
We just loved having you there. And I had the good fortune of getting to work with you in person last year as well.
Yes.
So it was remarkable, like truly extraordinary to witness how much you've stepped into your higher self embodiment in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, it's like been lightning, like we have, like, there's all these concepts, but I am embodying the teachings, like
You are.
at lightning speed. And it's like, oh yeah, at lightning speed, it's really happening. Multidimensional. It's like, oh yeah, I'm living the width of my life now. It's really incredible to get to witness myself in that way, because I get to be in relationship with you and the Sophia Code.
And our beautiful community that just adores you. Oh my God. It was so much fun to see everyone embracing you in Austin and how much they were enjoying your higher self embodiment. I would love for you to take us back to when you found the Sophia Code. What was life like for you then? And what was that journey? How did that journey begin? What was it like when you first found the Sophia Code for the first time?
Wow. Yeah, my life was a little bit like a hamster wheel. I had some really big dreams and I just kept running in place, it seemed like. And then I really sent out a heart prayer to the Divine Mother, like really like got down on my knees, and it was very specific. And the answer came almost instantaneously. With no coincidence, through Chelsea Kyle's mother, who was staying in my house.
Oh, wow. How extraordinary.
Yes. And you all were headed to Sedona for the psychic development course. And she just said, yeah, she's going to a priestess gathering. And I was like, what? With what? The Sophia Code, what? And I immediately just started listening on Audible. And within, like, I don't know, a week, I signed up for Sophia Circle Leadership. So it was in the midst of listening, ordering the book, signed up for leadership, and it was as if a wave just picked me up and carried me. And there weren't a whole lot of questions. It was just, again, like lightning, like, whoosh. This is what we're doing now.
Everyone's journey is so unique, and just to hear what a full body yes you were the moment that you came into contact with it. I have to say, I often hear about people's yes, but they take more time with acting upon it usually. And so it's really cool to hear how you were just ready to take it all in all at once.
Yes.
So what happened when you came to Sedona for the first time?
So I didn't get to go to Sedona with you that first time, but I got to go to meet you in Scottsdale.
Okay, so that was the first time, was when we met in Scottsdale.
Yes.
Okay.
And that was at a really pivotal point for me, because I fully jumped into Sophia Circle Leadership, and then I hit a wall.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
you being so honest about it. And I admired and just respected that so much that you were like, I'm here. I'm still a full yes, but I am literally hitting a wall right now.
Yeah. And I ran into an old part of me that just wanted to run away.
Mhm.
And fortunately, the team of angels really just had such incredibly clear boundaries and so much love. And this container is so safe that I was able to be heard and witnessed in a way that instead of when I was at the fork in the road, I continued and was like, I was even more committed after being able to touch in with the angels about what I was going through. And it was like, oh, okay. So then it just kept carrying me. And then I got to spend time with you, and it was just laser to the point of, I had no idea who my Phoenix child was, even though in my intellect, I was like, oh yeah, I've got that covered. I'm totally, figured all that out.
Inner child, whatever.
Yeah, we're good. We have lots of fun. I can eat ice cream, whatever it is. And it was like just such a huge reintroduction and a reconnect that I was able to get to do in a small group with you. It was unbelievable. And from that point, that union happened, and that union happened instantaneously as well.
I remember.
Like it was like everything was just stacked up to just ignite, if you wish.
And how, now that you've gone through the certification program, which I'd love to talk a little bit more about, but walking through the Sophia Code, coming and training with us live, completing the certification, how do you feel as though now looking back, the Ascended Masters were a part of helping to orchestrate and guide you through all of those choices?
Yeah. The beautiful thing is that before I even came into contact with the Sophia Code, the Ascended Masters were already orchestrating everything to get me to where I needed to be.
Yes.
So there was Kuan Yin, who just kept showing up, and Mother Mary in the form of Guadalupe first, but then just, yeah. And so each and every one had shown up, and then they really showed up because I had the context and the anchor of the Sophia Code. And it was like, oh, hindsight's 2020. This has been unfolding for a while for me. And now there's an integration that makes so much sense. So yeah, it was teamwork.
I love that you're sharing that. It's so similar to what happened to me before I received the commission to channel the Sophia Code. There were these individual relationships with not all of the divine feminine mentors. By the time I received the commission, I had touched into each of them. I hadn't necessarily mentored extensively with each of them. It was as though, here's a year of training here with this mentor. Here's 6 months here. Oh, now we're bringing back Green Tar, coming in hot for 3 months. And they're just going to pass you over to Isis. It was just like modern mystery school training, like getting ready for the modern mystery school to be born with the Sophia.
Yes.
And I love that you're sharing this about Mother Mary and Kuan Yin. It's a powerful testament that these ascended masters know us. They know our souls, they know our destinies, and they know how they are directly interwoven with our soul's journey in this lifetime. And so I love that you had these experiences with Mother Mary and Kuan Yin, which really got you ready to receive this Divine Feminine Codex.
Yes. And deepen in those relationships.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
So I'm curious about your journey through the certification leadership training. Could you share some of the highlights, like some of the breakthrough moments of, really coming into contact with yourself as a higher self embodiment, as a spiritual leader, getting ready to facilitate these Sophia Circle journeys? What stands out the most in your memory about Sophia Circle certification?
Yeah, the thing that stands out the most and that is still standing out the most is this incredible, how do I explain this incredible clarity
Mm.
to peel away the levels of codependency, like layer by layer by layer, and not just as a concept, but like, wow, I'm so present of this pattern. And then there's the higher self embodiment and also the Phoenix child that we step in as a team. And it's like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. And the resource of just the resources of the entire Ascended Master team, like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. You're not doing this anymore. And there's like you say all the time, the choice of no choice. And once this choice is made, it's like, there's no going back. And my heart was just ablaze. And that doesn't mean that, that it was easy, or that it's even easy now, but I am so in it, like with my full presence and my full heart to keep showing up. And then the other level of Sophia Circle leadership that it stands out huge is my sobriety and sobering up enough so that I can clear out these obstructions that are standing in my way.
Yep.
To my greatest joy and my life and my purpose and my ability to be of service so that I can inspire. So sobering up, my higher self had been talking to me for a long time, and not just from substances, but sobering up to codependency and sobering up.
Oh my God, that's
my own stuff. Like, I'm getting out of my own way.
Yes.
And I'm a victim. Like, I'm instead of this, it's like, oh yeah, no, right here, just from extrinsic to intrinsic, 100%. I'm going to rescue myself. And the leadership program walked me through every step of being able to save myself.
That's sovereignty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's a full body sovereignty. It's a full life experience, 360 degrees. And it's not just a word. Like, it's like my life evolving into more and more sovereignty and freedom. And it's a moment to moment experience. It is so incredibly real. It's really real.
I think that's what's so fascinating for me to witness your individual journey with the Codex. It has been a very physical transformation. Like, you actually look completely different than when I first met you, and you're a very beautiful woman when I met you. It's no reflection on anything like that. But there's so much of your soul's inner radiance that you're allowing to just pour out of your face and out of your embodiment. And even when I got to witness you in Austin, like, I could feel how the teachings had truly anchored inside every cell of your body, and that you were walking differently, you were moving differently, you were allowing people to engage with you in a different way, which was really exciting for me to witness, because you have so much to share and so much to offer. And I remember that first training experience that we had with you. It was like you were in the corner, like in this protected kind of bubble by yourself, and to see you go from that to where you're standing today, where you're interacting with the other leaders and other community members, cracking jokes. And I mean, it was just like so much fun to be laughing with you and to be enjoying you and to feel your passion and joy for the Sophia Code. It's just been so cool to witness how physically real the transformation has been for you. Do you feel as though there was one particular mentor that really helped you cross the finish line of the certification program?
Yes, but there's two.
Oh, please share.
So
you can share another one.
So Isis comes first, because Isis was able to lead me in such a good way to get everything in order, like the business side of things, and to like get the outline down. And here I have to get from point A to point Z and all the points in between in a really good way. But then Mother Mary really had to anchor everything, because everything I had to return to had to come from a resource of self-love, of, you know, I have spent my lifetime loving everyone else in this incredibly codependent way, right? And there was this huge U-turn just back to me, and this like giant permission slip over and over and over again from Mother Mary. It's okay to love yourself. This is how you'll lead the way. And there is no other way to get to where you're going unless you put yourself at the very top of the priority list, and everything else can wait. And so those two in concert together, really led the way for me to make it from A to Z, and Z is just an endless opportunities wait for me to be able to.
So tell me about, how many Sophia Circle journeys have you completed? Or you're still in the middle of one right now?
So I'm in Circle 10 with Mary Magdalene on Thursday. So that my second Sophia Circle journey will wrap up June 7th.
That's extraordinary. So you've facilitated 2 Sophia Circle journeys since.
Yes.
Okay. And were they in person? Were they virtual?
So these 2 were both virtual.
Okay. And did you tell me about your first journey? Like, what was it like for the first time to lead a Sophia Circle journey?
Wow. It was so incredibly miraculous and magic to get to see who said yes, and to get to see my prayers answered in the real showing up of, I really prayed for women who were like on the very edge of just stepping into their full leadership. Like,
some prayer. Cool.
Yeah, just like, and this would be like that permission and that resource to fully step in. And so I got to work with an incredible group of women, and just watch one aha moment after another, and one embodiment of permission, like, oh yeah, I really can be seen now. Oh yes, my gifts are needed. Oh yes, I do have a soul purpose. And yes, I can no longer hide out. And it just is such a get to, like, the entire universe is co-conspiring with me to create the space that I'm seated in now, which before I got into relationship with the Sophia Code, this wasn't even built, this side of the house. And just the evolution of form that just rises up to like create itself, to create the space for Sophia to move in the way that she needs to move through this vessel.
So many leaders that it was when they started, or when they were getting ready to lead their first Sophia Circle journey, that literally centers would start to open up, or their houses would be completed, or the room that they were going to facilitate the journey in was finally locked into place. It's amazing to witness physical reality responding to the prayer for more sovereign divinity.
Yes.
So beautiful. And so have you been leading these 2 circles kind of overlapping, these 2 journeys overlapping, or did you complete your first one and then start your next one?
Yeah, I actually completed my first one on a Wednesday and started the second on a Thursday.
That's amazing. And what did it feel like to be facilitating your second journey with the wisdom and experience of the first journey?
I have to say that I like the first journey, I still feel like a beginner. And the second journey starts, and everything is as we move through the Sophia Code, it's not the same. everything is completely different. But I definitely was more confident and had more structure in place. I also took a Sophia Circle Journey with Misty
Awesome.
while I was a little bit before I was leading my first circle, so that I had that support. And I'm looking forward to stepping into another Sophia Circle in that way, because the two in concert, receiving and being able to serve, it just is, it just creates even more of a powerful container.
Oh my God. I think you're the third Sophia Circle leader that I've interviewed that had such an impactful journey with Misty.
It was amazing.
That's extraordinary. I'm so grateful for her heart to minister to our leaders in that way.
Yes.
It just means so much to me to see everyone just loving each other so much in our community. It's the dream. It's the dream come true. So I love that you're sharing that this sense of confidence and even more like structural support, and that you allowed yourself to call in the support that you needed to receive as you were creating space that was giving back to others. That's such a profound somatic wisdom. I would love for you to share a little bit. You had mentioned in your interview notes what an impact ISIS had for you in this ministry. Would you like to share a little bit about your relationship, your mentor relationship with ISIS?
So ISIS has really given me permission to fly. And this ancient support from, I don't even know where, this ancient wisdom and sisterhood, that when she steps in and when I step in with her, it's like wings. It's wings and then wings and then wings and then wings, and it just goes back and forward for as far as I can see. And it's like a real-time support, but a support that goes beyond both into the future and into the past. Yeah, she's given me like the air under my wings to reclaim my ability to fly, my ability to really soar in this lifetime, and to remember the deep wisdom that resides in my heart, and also to reclaim my soul power so that I can be of service now and call forth all of my gifts from all time to be here and present right now. And so she has this this visionary, just an incredible big vision that I can align with her, and it's like a passage to freedom, to sovereignty.
Yeah, that's interesting that you said like aligning with her vision aligns you with the bigger vision and helps you step into it fully, because that's really what she did for us with the Sophia Code as a movement. I mean, if it wasn't for her, I don't think I would have ever birthed the mystery school or the first program. It was really ISIS that encouraged the birthing of all the curriculums, and then the certification program, Mother Mary and ISIS together for the Stargate 2, or I never would have pushed that one out of my body as a channel. And I love what you're sharing about how you're sharing about how you've been serving with ISIS across lifetimes.
Yes.
Yeah, that heart connection to those lineage lifetimes across space and time. And I think that was one of my biggest prayers for Sophia Circle leadership, was that our certified leaders would feel how they've been leading across lifetimes, and that leading with the Sophia Code would bring that kind of quantum healing to all of the wounds that we've suffered for the divine feminine principle of God on this planet. And it so moves me to witness both your healing as well as your sovereign empowerment as a spiritual leader in your own right, and facilitating Sophia Circle Journeys. It's just such a blessing to co-lead here with you.
It is such a blessing to get to co-lead here with such a stellar community. Thank you, Kaia.
You're welcome. Please share with us how when can we go on your next journey with you, your next Sophia Circle journey through the Sophia Code?
So early September, I'm going to offer a virtual Sophia Circle Journey and also an in-person Sophia Circle Journey. So if you're in this area in Southwestern Colorado, I would love for you to join in person. And if you're anywhere on the planet, I would love for you to join me in the fall.
And so have you set the dates for September for both journeys?
I haven't set the exact dates.
Okay.
Not yet.
Coming September 2022.
Yes.
Amazing. And you can learn more about Damiane and her amazing Sophia Circle Journey ministry on my website at kaia.com. We have an official certified Sophia Circle leaders directory where you can get in touch with Damiane, learn more about what she's offering, how to get in touch with her, and even possibly join her for an in-person Sophia Circle Journey starting this September in Durango, Colorado.
Yes. Let's do it.
Let's do that. Oh my gosh. It's just, I still can't get over that we both wore pink for this interview. And I was overhearing you share with Ashley Phoenix that you were being guided by the Ascended Masters, everything about how this setup was today.
Every single thing, like it's a real deal. It really, I heard, lots of people say, and you say, I'm really directed, and they'll direct me right into the closet of what I need. And in my meditation this morning, it was very clear exactly what I was, because I scanned my closet.
Yeah.
And I think it was Isis and Mary Magdalene were just like, yep, this is what it is. And I was like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, well, it's so stunning. You look beautiful. Your altar is gorgeous. I love the tanka. I guess we needed to hang out in the pink ray, that divine feminine pink ray. I love that so much. I really send you so many blessings for this journey coming up in September, both your virtual and in-person journey. I know that anyone who chooses to journey with you is going to be so deeply blessed by taking that Sophia Circle journey with you. Thank you, Damiane. It's been such a pleasure to have you today on the KR Daily Transmission.
It has been such a get to, Kaia. Thank you. I am so grateful for you saying yes to all of this so that we can say yes to all of this. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Kaia. Thank you, angels. Thank you, entire community. Yeah, like my heart is ablaze.
Oh my gosh. You're just so wonderful. Thanks for sharing your comments. Thanks for connecting with Damiane on the certified directory. We look forward to you journeying with her in September through the Sophia Code. All our love to you. Namaste.